1024, where your entertainment will be transformed.
Ba weep grog na weep ninny bong, my fellow addicts. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, coming at you with yet another TFA Review. And in this video review, we're going to be taking a look at some upgrade parts for the Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class 05 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. Ha! You thought it was an Optimus Prime Studio Series review, but guess what? You're wrong! Ha ha ha! Deception. Specifically, though, we're going to be taking a look at the Dr. Wu upgrade kits, DW-M13 Attack, M14 Charge, and M15 Assault, which respectively are his guns, the Energon hooks, and the Energon axe he used in all three films. Well, he used the Energon hooks in Revenge of the Fallen, he used the axe in the third movie, and he used all the guns in all three. You get the idea. You're probably wondering, TFA, why is he in his vehicle mode? I'll show you. The guns and all the other weapons have small pegs that will actually accommodate these ports on the top of Optimus's vehicle mode, similar to how the Energon swords do it. They just kind of plug in right there. It's a very stable connection, a bit too stable in my opinion, because it could break. They do come off pretty easily though. But the gun, the hooks, and the axe all have that type of connection. So for demonstration purposes, I'll just go ahead and do that now. All you have to do is just peg it in right there. You do have to put a little bit of force on it, but once it's in there, it will stay. You can shake it, but it most likely will pop off, so I wouldn't recommend that. The hooks, same exact connection as the swords, and they actually go in pretty easily. So you have the hooks. But be careful when taking these out, because that is very thin plastic, and it is probably prone to breaking. The axe has the same way. You can go this way, and it plugs right in there, and it's nice and secure. Or you can do it the other way, but if you do it both ways, it just looks weird. I mean, this is not normal storage, so it's like he has a giant jousting stick. But that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So for robot mode, let me go ahead and quickly transform him, and we'll get back to it. Now this is kind of where the pictorial review comes into play. The weapons alone are made and sculpted really, really well. The metallic silver on the guns along with the black tip really accommodate and really kind of complement the thing on its own. I really appreciate that Dr. Wu was trying to get the gray plastic color of the Energon swords matched with the axe and the hooks, and I really appreciate that he made the guns for Optimus, though it's kind of disappointing that there's only one for the right hand. There's no left-hand gun yet. I guess he didn't want Optimus to be a southpaw, even though he was a dual-wielding one in the movies. I don't know. The weapons make Optimus look really cool. I mean, it's not every day you get Optimus weapon accessories for figures. And it's like, you don't have to use these weapons specifically for the Studio Series Optimus Prime. If you have a TLK Voyager Prime, if you have an Invasion Mode Optimus Prime, or a Movie 1/2 Voyager Prime, feel free to experiment. You know, make your own Frankenstein weaponed Optimus Prime. It's just because it says there's, you know, it would be made for Studio Series doesn't mean you have to abide by that rule. Because that's kind of takes the fun out of it. Now, I will admit, the axe is kind of what disappointed me just a little bit, because I kind of messed up the handle if you didn't see it. But apparently it splits apart at the very rear section of the very bottom section of the staff, where it's kind of slightly thicker, and then it just pops off and slips into his hand. So if you get this, make sure to fiddle around with it for a little bit before doing anything like I did, because I kind of gave it an Energon handle by causing 4 streaks of translucent plastic to be revealed with an X-Acto knife. Common mistake on my part, but still makes the axe look pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and finish up this video review, shall we? To clarify what I was saying earlier about being disappointed by the axe, I'm disappointed at the fact that there were no instructions saying that this part right here on my finger is splits open to go into his hand. Because when I first got this, I was honestly incredibly upset that I couldn't get it into Optimus Prime's hand, that I took an X-Acto knife and I started carving away at this section right here to see if it would fit, and then also carving on the inside of Optimus's hands to see if that would make it a bit bigger to open. But common logic would state that because Dr. Wu is notorious for doing this, stuff splits apart to go into his hand, and honestly, that's just something on my fault, but I still like the axe nonetheless. My overall thoughts and opinions on the Dr. Wu weapons, though, are they are fantastic. It is so nice to actually have Optimus's energon hooks, his gun, despite it being only for the right hand, and his Dark of the Moon battle axe properly molded and sculpted from plastic, whether it's translucent or not. I personally don't care, but I am ecstatic to finally own weapons for Optimus that he has been needing since the weapons debuted in the movie. Yes, we got him for the leader class, we got the energon swords for the leader class, we technically had his guns for the Hunt for the Decepticons in movie 1/movie 2, Voyager Prime. We did have his axe for the movie 3 Prime, but we never really had him at this kind of caliber whatsoever. They turned out great, and I would highly recommend these to any Optimus Prime fan who wants to get the weapons specifically for your movie Prime. They will work with anything that has a 5mm port, so make sure you don't, test it out on anything that's smaller or bigger, because that will cause an issue, most likely break the hand on the figure, and so on and so forth. And it is pretty cool to see Optimus all armored up like this. You have his axe right there, you got a hook right back here, you got a gun right back here, and it just makes him look really cool. Now, as I said before, feel free to experiment with your Optimus Primes. You can use these on the movie 1, movie 2 Prime, I'm pretty sure. You can use these on the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime from the MechTech line. You can use these on Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. I mean, feel free to experiment. There's no rule that says you have to use this specifically for the Optimus Prime from Studio Series, because that'd be silly. You don't have to abide by those rules. Experiment. Have fun with them. Post some cool pictures. Use them in a stop motion. Do whatever. Just have fun with them, because they look really cool on Optimus. I mean, they are his weapons, and they are made specifically only for him. And yes, I do strongly recommend these weapons if you are that much of a movie accuracy nut, because they just help make the figure pop. They help make the character pop, and it looks really, really good. So, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily a necessity. However, they are a very nice addition to your Movieverse Optimus Prime. So pick them up if you want to, because I recommend, so you can decide. And if you're wondering where I got mine on eBay. I got the axe, the 2 hooks, and one of the guns for $16.99 from a seller in Taiwan, and I got the other gun that's also a right-hand gun for $7.99 from a seller in Taiwan as well. You can order these on Big Bad Toy Store, but feel free to pay a little extra, as well as TF Source and such, but I'm not going to deter you from saying to go there. Just make sure when you're looking for these on eBay, read the description, read the item details, and make sure they're legit, because there is a chance some might be scammers. There are chances sometimes they're legit, and for every Dr. Wu accessory I've ordered on eBay, they always turn out real. But if you feel like just going the legit way and feel like being a little safer, by all means, head over to Big Bad Toy Store and pre-order yours today. They should be coming out in October, so lock your pre-order now before it's too late. But with all that being said, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much all there is to say. So this has been the video review for the Dr. Wu DW-13 Attack, DW-14 Charge, and DW-15 Assault, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching. And please remember, my fellow addicts, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF Addicts for life! This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out till all are one. I think this guy has an identity crisis. See you next time!